When I asked the staff, "Where's my Black Friday package?" she looked at me like I was delusional. But I knew the truth. They had hidden it. And it wasn't just mine. They were hiding everyone's. You see, living in a nursing home at 74 isn't what I imagined for my golden years. My name is Helen, and I've always been the quiet type, the one who doesn't like to make a fuss. My son lives across the country, busy with his own life, his job, his family. He calls when he can, but it's not the same as having him nearby. I've got arthritis in my joints, the kind that makes every step feel like walking on broken glass. And that's why I'm here, at Willow Creek Nursing Home. They say it's for supervision, for safety, but sometimes it feels more like a prison than a haven. I need help with the basics, getting dressed, taking my meds, even reaching the top shelf for a cup of tea. But I'm not helpless, far from it. I still read the newspaper every morning, do crossword puzzles to keep my mind sharp, and yes, I shop online. Black Friday has always been my little tradition, a way to treat myself to something cozy, something that reminds me of the independence I once had. This year, I was so excited. I ordered a soft wool scarf, the kind that wraps around you like a warm hug on a chilly winter day. It was on sale, half off, and I pictured myself wearing it while sipping hot cocoa by the window, watching the snow fall. I just want to unwrap my Black Friday gift myself, I thought, like I used to, back when life was simpler. But that simple joy was about to be stolen from me, and it ignited a fire I didn't know I still had. It started innocently enough, or so I thought. The first package arrived, or at least it should have. I tracked it online obsessively, refreshing the page every hour. The delivery confirmation popped up, delivered to front desk. My heart skipped a beat. I wheeled myself down to the reception area, my walker clicking against the linoleum floor. "Excuse me, has my package come in?" I asked politely, smiling to hide my eagerness. The nurse behind the counter, a young woman named Sarah, with her hair tied back in a tight ponytail, barely looked up from her phone. "What package, Mrs. Thompson?" she said, her tone flat, almost bored. "The one from Amazon, Black Friday deal. It says it was delivered here." She sighed, like I was interrupting her day. "Let me check." She rummaged around under the desk for a moment, then shook her head. "Nothing here. Maybe it got lost in transit." You know how Black Friday is. Tons of fake deals, packages going missing left and right. You should be thankful you didn't get scammed with some knockoff junk. Thankful? I felt a knot twist in my stomach. I wasn't born yesterday. I knew how shipping worked, but I didn't argue. That's not my way. I nodded, forced another smile, and wheeled back to my room, telling myself it was just a mix-up. Maybe it would turn up tomorrow, But tomorrow came and went, and still nothing. I called the shipping company, spent half an hour on hold, listening to elevator music that made my ears ring. They confirmed, delivered to Willow Creek, signed for by staff. So where was it? I started paying closer attention. The staff seemed off. Whispers in the hallways, quick glances when residents asked about mail. It wasn't just me. A few days later, I ordered a second item just to test the waters. This time, a pair of warm slippers, fuzzy on the inside, perfect for my aching feet. Again, tracked it meticulously. Delivery confirmed. I went to the desk, heart pounding a little faster this time. Sarah was there again. "Package?" I asked. She rolled her eyes subtly, but I caught it. "Nope. Black Friday chaos, Mrs. Thompson. Probably delayed." Delayed? The app said delivered. I mentioned the hallway camera. Maybe it caught something. "Oh, that thing's been glitchy," she said dismissively. "Pointed the wrong way half the time." Sure enough, when I asked a maintenance guy later, he confirmed the camera had been adjusted that very day, facing away from the desk. Coincidence? I didn't think so. Then, during bingo night in the common room, I overheard Mrs. Evelyn from down the hall. She's 82, sharp as a tack but frail, relies on a cane. "My vitamins never arrived," she whispered to me over the clatter of bingo balls. "Ordered them weeks ago. Staff says I must have forgotten to place the order. But I didn't forget. I have the receipt on my phone." Vitamins, not luxury items, but essentials for her health. She looked so defeated, her eyes misty. "I need them for my bones," she said. "Without them, the pain gets worse." My blood boiled. How many others were suffering in silence? The next day, I wheeled past the staff room and heard laughter. Peeking through the cracked door, I saw a group of them, Sarah and two others, sipping coffee. "These old folks and their online shopping," one said, chuckling. "Half the time they forget they even ordered stuff." Sarah smirked. "Yeah, like that scarf from Thompson, as if she needs more clutter." They knew about my scarf. They had it. The injustice hit me like a wave. These people, entrusted with our care, treating us like forgetful children, stealing our small joys. It wasn't just theft. It was humiliation. Denying our reality, gaslighting us because we're old, because we're vulnerable. I clenched my fists on my walker handles. No more. This had to stop. That night, as the home quieted down, lights dimming in the corridors, I couldn't sleep. My mind raced with questions. Why? How long had this been going on? And where were they keeping everything? I recalled noticing something odd. A staff member, every evening around 8 p.m., pushing a cart toward the restricted area at the end of the east wing. The sign said, "Storage, staff only, no residents allowed." What if? I decided to act. Feigning sleep during the evening check-in, I waited until the nurse left my room. Then slowly, painfully, I slipped out of bed, grabbed my walker, and crept down the hall. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting long shadows. My heart thumped so loudly I feared they'd hear it. Hiding behind a corner, I watched as Sarah pushed the cart into the restricted area. She glanced around, then whispered to another staffer who joined her, "Put it here. At the end of the season, we'll divvy it up. No one will notice." Boom! There it was, proof. They weren't just misplacing packages, they were hoarding them, planning to keep or sell them. I whispered to myself in the darkness, "I won't let you get away with this for another year. Not on my watch." The decision ignited something fierce in me. Revenge? Maybe. Justice? Definitely. But I had to be smart. No rash accusations. They'd dismiss me as a senile old woman. I needed a plan, solid evidence that couldn't be ignored. First step, I called my son Robert, not to complain. I didn't want to burden him. Instead, I kept it light. "Hey, Robbie, could you send me copies of those invoices from my Black Friday orders? I need them for personal reasons." He laughed, thinking it was for taxes or something mundane. "Sure, Mom. Emailing them now." Perfect. Now I had digital proof of what I'd purchased and when. Next, gathering visual evidence. I couldn't do it alone. My tech skills are limited to basic online shopping. But Mr. Harold in room 112, he's a retired IT guy, 78, but still fiddles with gadgets. During lunch, I confided in him quietly. "Harold, I think the staff is stealing our packages. Help me prove it?" His eyes lit up. He'd lost a book order himself. "Let's see what we can do." The common room had an old security camera, forgotten and dusty, tucked in a corner. It wasn't part of the main system, but Harold knew how to access it via an app on his tablet. We waited, and sure enough, that evening's footage captured it all. Sarah and her accomplices collecting packages from the desk, bundling them onto the cart, and wheeling them into the forbidden storage room. Grainy, but clear enough. Dates, times, faces. With the videos and invoices in hand, I compiled everything, but I wasn't sending it to the on-site manager. She'd likely cover for her team. No, I went straight to the top, the regional director of Willow Creek's parent company. I drafted an email on my laptop, fingers trembling, but determined. Subject line: "This isn't just about my package. It's about 27 missing deliveries." In the body, I attached the video clips, the list of invoices, mine and ones I'd gathered from other residents who'd confided in me, and a concise statement. Over the past months, packages have systematically disappeared. Evidence shows staff involvement. This affects vulnerable residents' health and well-being. Action required immediately. I hit send, my pulse racing. Now we wait. 2 days after Black Friday, the fallout hit like a storm. I was in the dining hall, picking at my oatmeal, when the doors burst open. In walked Ms. Victoria Lang, the regional director herself, tall, stern, in a crisp suit, flanked by security. Whispers rippled through the room. She demanded a meeting with the on-site manager and staff. They gathered in the conference room, but word spread fast. Ms. Lang ordered the storage room opened. What they found, it was a treasure trove of theft. Dozens of packages stacked like forgotten loot. Vitamins for Mrs. Evelyn, sweaters, books, even medications that could have been critical. Scarves like mine, slippers, candy for grandkids' visits, small things, but ours. The staff paled. Sarah stammered, We were just holding them for safekeeping. These residents forget, and we didn't want clutter. Another broke down in tears. We only kept a little. They don't use it all anyway. Times are tough. Low pay, you know. Ms. Lang wasn't buying it. This is theft, plain and simple. 3 staff members, including Sarah, were fired on the spot, escorted out by security. The director addressed us all in the common room later. On behalf of Willow Creek, I apologize profoundly. This betrayal of trust will not stand. We're implementing new protocols, cameras, package logs, staff training. For me, they recovered my items, the scarf, the slippers, and added compensatory gifts. A gift card, extra amenities. But more than that, the truth was out. Residents who'd suffered in silence felt seen, heard. No more gaslighting. Just when I thought it was over, as I sat in my room unwrapping my scarf at last, there was a knock. Mrs. Evelyn stood there, leaning on her cane, a small smile on her face. Helen, thank you. No one dared speak up for 2 years. We were afraid they'd retaliate. Worse care, isolation. I wrapped the scarf around my neck, feeling its warmth. Don't thank me. I just wanted to open my Black Friday package like a normal person, like we all deserve. And that's the lesson here. Age doesn't diminish our rights. It shouldn't invite injustice. In fact, our years earn us more respect, more dignity. We've lived, loved, lost. We know the value of small joys. So stand up, even if it's from a walker. Your voice matters, no matter how quiet it's been. But let me take you deeper into how this all unfolded, because the devil's in the details, and those details are what made the difference. Back when the first package went missing, I didn't just accept it. I lay awake that night, replaying the conversation with Sarah. Her eyes had darted away too quickly, her explanation too pat. I'd shopped online for years. Ever since Robert set up my account, I knew the drill: track numbers, delivery photos. But here, No photo, no accountability. The next morning, I started journaling everything: dates, times, what I said, what they said. It was my way of staying grounded, proving to myself I wasn't imagining things, as they like to imply. Mrs. Evelyn wasn't the only one. Mr. Harold had mentioned a chess set he'd ordered vanishing, and old Mr. Jenkins down the hall, his hearing aid batteries, critical for him to hear his family's calls, poof, gone. The accumulation of these stories built like a pressure cooker. During group activities, whispers turned to shared confessions. My granddaughter sent chocolates, one lady said. Never saw them. Another, pain relievers for my back. Staff said the pharmacy must have messed up. It was systemic, a pattern that screamed intent. When I followed Sarah that night, it wasn't easy. My arthritis flared with every step, pain shooting up my legs. I hid in alcoves, breathing shallow, praying no one would spot me, hearing her whisper about divvying up the goods. It was like a punch to the gut. These weren't faceless corporations. They were preying on the elderly, the isolated. Planning the revenge felt empowering. Calling Robert, he was surprised but supportive. "Mom, you sound determined," he said. I laughed it off, but inside I was steeling myself. Harold and I spent afternoons in the common room, pretending to play cards while he hacked the old camera. "This thing's from the Stone Age," he grumbled, but he got it working. The footage was gold, timestamps matching delivery logs, clear shots of the cart disappearing into storage. Compiling the email took hours. I listed 27 incidents, not just mine, but from residents who trusted me with their stories. Vitamins that could prevent falls, warm clothes for cold nights, books to combat loneliness, each one a lifeline stolen. The day Ms. Lang arrived, the air was electric. We residents clustered in doorways, watching. The storage room reveal. Packages piled high, some opened, tags removed. The staff's excuses crumbled under scrutiny. "Low pay," Ms. Lang snapped. "That's no justification for theft." Watching Sarah cry didn't bring satisfaction, just closure. In the aftermath, changes came swiftly. New staff hires, transparent mail systems, even a resident council for oversight. My son visited soon after, hugging me tight. "Mom, you're a hero." But I wasn't. I was just Helen, reclaiming what was mine. And that twist with Mrs. Evelyn, it opened the floodgates. More residents shared stories, 2 years of silence broken. We formed a support group, sharing tips on advocating for ourselves. Age brings wisdom, not weakness. So remember, injustice thrives in silence. But one voice, even a quiet one, can shatter it. Unwrap your own packages, literal or figurative, with the dignity you deserve. Life's too short, especially at our age, to let others dim your light.